Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Catering Circle Season 2. I'm Nadia Ali, your host for this evening. We've had so much fun so far. Today's episode, we're on episode 7, believe it or not, and today is all about competing online. And as you know the score, we have 8 people competing today, and out of that only 2 will make it through to next year's Business Expo. Who's going to make it this week? Don't know, but let's take a look at who made it through last week. Here's episode 6's feedback from last week and how well they did. Let's go take a look. Welcome to Catering Circle Season 2. I'm Nadia Ali and I'm your host.
Episode 6. Attracting the younger generation. Attracting and retaining requires the right operational and marketing strategies. Choose brands that align with their values. The values which support long-term business successes are people treatment, ethics, and customer focus. Influence them with vision and passion. Embrace social media for productive creativity. If you provide it, they will stay.
I'm going to look for the younger generation, how they are going to bring changes and how they are going to take us over.
Traditional Indian menus, which, a youngster would be interested to actually order and continue the business.
Attracting them into the industry, we need a good story on those issues to be told.
Sponsoring my ladies football team, that involves the whole structure of the town, and we find really good.
I always think less headache, more profit. And less time, more freedom.
Good environment for the employees.
You have to appreciate your staff, you have to show them love, you have to show them respect.
Food jodi bhalo thake apni of course restaurant successful hobe.
A lot of youngsters they come for look for job, so I offer them as a part-timer, like 2 days weekly for 5 hours.
I think he's spared from his family. This I like it.
Kind of touched everything what we're looking for.
Catering industry right now, it's booming because of social media.
The younger generation. So how are they going to recruit them? How would they manage them? How do they make sure that they stay with them?
And I'm very much interested in terms of actually attracting much more female workers in the industry, because I think it's a very much male dominated.
The government today is putting a lot of money into apprenticeship.
They're not earning any more than they did working in the restaurants. I believe a lot of them have gone because of the flexible hours.
Making sure our premises is protected, making sure our employees are protected in any case of injury or accident.
Professionals are recruiting people, and they have like initial stages when making good team.
People are the business, and that's what create the business. So it's all about creating culture for me.
Recruiter age friendly howar chesta kore.
Whoever can sell more stuff, more sell, and I look after the end of the week.
Maybe even give them a slight percentage of the profits, not just in terms of a weekly basis, but on an annual basis.
And when you do right by your staff, your company really will shine and go forward.
Amazing talent out there, and it sounds to me like they're going in the right direction.
Young people like to see role models, and they like to see young people closer to their age.
We've looked quite a lot at veganism, vegetarianism, a lot of different trends that are going up in younger generation.
At the beginning we used to get like deliveries multiple times a week, if not like 4 to 5 times a week, but we reduced it.
Make sure they're emotionally satisfied means that they're going to do a better job and they're going to make less mistakes.
Friday, Saturday te ami phone wada nei na. Only use kori amar ecosystem gula.
How do you attract younger generation to come into your restaurant?
If you're not putting in interview processes or putting in proper processes like other industries do, then they're not going to respect our industry.
What percentage do you feel is important in terms of social media marketing and in terms of the traditional old style sort of leaflets?
And leaflet dropping, you need to make sure it's at a right time where customers will receive it and they won't throw it in the bin. If you put it with their post, they're not going to read it because they're going to have a lot of post.
For you, was it a difficult decision to get into the restaurant business, or were you always confident that it could provide the kind of life that you were hoping for?
I had been working for my dad in his takeaway since I was a very young age, continue that and carry on my dad's legacy.
I do have the results here, and the winners are In first place, we have Royston Tandoori. Congratulations with 90% of the votes. Eastern Mango with 60%. Congratulations. Congratulations to the two winners from the last episode. Very, very well deserved. And yes, we're in search for another two this week. And to help us, of course, we have our special judges and our panel judges. Now, our panel judges hold 60% of the votes, which is 20% each, and our special judges with 5% each. Let's go take a look at our panel judges today. Welcome to the show. First of all, I have with me Mr. MD Abdul Haq. Now, you're the man behind the Catering Circle, this huge platform. It's been a great buzz. You know, everyone's talking about it. So congratulations to you for pulling this off. And of course, that's not it. You're also the Vice Chairman of Channel S Television. You're IT and Media Specialist and a very successful businessman. And you're back on. This is the third time you've come on the Catering Circle.
I think you got it right.
Yes, and I think we definitely need you on so you can share your expertise. And not only that, I think I need to be aware because you're also the presenter for Bits and Bytes.
Oh, thank you very much
I'll probably
for that.
be getting some pointers as we go along. But welcome to the show. What would you like to say to our contestants today?
Very simple. It's all about cost saving. One of the dialogue there is saving is your profit. Now, the order online, there is a big shark out there. There are mainstreams that are taking a lot of commissions. We want to hear from them how they're saving money to save the industry. It's all about cost saving today and marketing, of course, because if you don't market your own personal order online, nobody will know about it and you won't make any money out of it. So it's all about marketing and cost saving and smart businessmen, I would say.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And right next to him, we have a beautiful lady, Ms. Amrit Khera, who's here, and she's the digital marketing expert with extensive experience in IT, service and project management. And not only that, I've been super astonished with your achievements. You're also head of IT in managing all the aspects of IT when it comes to the British Marine Group's technology and doing the boat events.
Yes, absolutely.
I was so astonished with this. And I was like, oh, is it the boat events that we see on TV?
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that. That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. I work for the British Marine. We do twice a year, Southampton Boat Show and the London Boat Show. Extensive event, just like yourselves, how you're promoting the food industry, we promote the marine industry, getting the youngsters into the water world and getting them back in touch. I look after the technical aspect, but also the digital marketing aspect of it as well.
Excellent. And you also have extensive experience when it comes to hospitality and retail. So it's great to have you here because you can share your experience with the contestants. What would you like to say to them before we begin?
Firstly, good luck to everybody. I would like to see innovation alongside of cost saving. It's very important to innovate as a brand, to stand out there between millions of people and be remembered. I think that's what I'm looking for, innovation. So that is my message to the contestants for today.
Thank you very much. And right next to you, I have someone that needs no introduction, but I shall.
Thank you.
I have Mr. Yafar Ali, the president of British Bangladeshi Caterers Association, BBCA, and of course, you're a successful entrepreneur and a community activist. You've done a lot for the community, and you're here today to share your expertise. What would you like to say to them?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank Channel S for inviting me today here at this very special occasion of judging some entrepreneur. It's not an easy job to do, but we will find out. But I want to wish you best of luck. The program is set on saving and the marketing. I would ask you, don't let your milk is drink by somebody else. You milk your own cow and you will get a vitamin out of it. That's my suggestion.
That's a good way to see it. Let's see how many vitamins they take out of it today. Thank you very, very much. Today is all about competing online. Let's go and take a look at a short video about today's topic.
Episode 7. Competing with online companies. Encouraging businesses to take control of their own ordering systems to undercut online companies and avoid the high fees. Most of the restaurateurs are unhappy with the online ordering companies. A recent report by Red Brick Research analysed over 400 UK takeaways using Just Eat and found that the minimum 10% transaction fee is costing restaurateurs £725 per month on average. The report says that 66% of users felt its transaction fees are unfair, and 53% are looking to leave if an alternative is provided. In fact, over half, 52%, said they had lost significant revenue because loyal repeat customers were using the online companies to place their orders. 49% say the online company makes it harder to build direct relationships with their customers. Use your own branded online ordering system that features responsive site, mobile app site, and is integrated with EPOS system, etc. Do your own marketing for online orders. Connect to customers with online and mobile ordering. Use social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. Use your existing database for email, SMS marketing. Capture contact information. Build your email marketing database. Collect them from online bookings, from feedback through your website, at the table, and when they pay the bill, etc. Your own branded online ordering system can save you thousands of pounds.
Well, what can I say? There's so much pressure today on the contestants, but all I can say is good luck. And you're definitely in good hands. You have some great panel judges, and of course you've got special judges who I'm about to introduce you to. First of all, I have Mr. Benji Massarin, who's a talent manager, media owner, brand developer, product promoter, relationship builder, marketeer, and an entrepreneur, and the list is endless, but I'll stop up to there for now. And of course, next to him I have Mr. Ruhul Shamsuddin, executive member of the Catering Circle. So welcome back. So you're also another person behind the Catering Circle and a multi-cuisine operator, which I'm yet to come to one of them because you haven't invited me, but I shall come one day. And I have Matt Ducci, a digital marketing expert managing with success a digital business specialised in e-commerce. Welcome to the show. And again, I'd like to welcome back Marvin Richards, the director of Resco, an expert in PR and marketing. Welcome back. Looking forward to speaking to you. And right next to him, I have Mr. Anis Chowdhury, Senior Vice President of BCA, a successful businessman from Kent. And you have many restaurants, so your opinion and your advice will be very much appreciated. And next to him, I have Mr. Tanim Chowdhury, General Manager of Purple Eye Technologies, providing IT solutions to the Catering Circle. So obviously, when it comes to IT, when it comes to competing online, you're definitely the man we should be turning to. So I'm looking forward to hear what you've got to say. I also have Mr. Farhad Hussain, executive member of the Catering Circle. Again, we have quite a few executive members today from the Catering Circle. So I'm looking forward to see what you've got to say. And you're also the Press and Publication Secretary of BCA and trustee of the Biani Bazaar Cancer and General Hospital. Welcome to the show. And last but not least, I've got Mr. Jamal Uddin, e-commerce and marketing expert and managing director of London Design House. So when it comes to designing, you're the man to come to. So I look forward to hearing what you've got to say to our contestants today. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's it. That's our special judges and panel judges. Now let's take a look at our contestants. Here's their group profile. Do you want to walk up? Well, there you have it. That's our contestants today. And Unfortunately, from Sheen Tandoori, somebody couldn't join us. However, I still have the 7 contestants, and it's going to go on as usual. In the first round, 1 person will be eliminated. In the second round, 2, and in the last round, we'll have our 2 winners that will make it through to the Business Expo. The first round is all about sharing their success stories when it comes to competing online. So this is where we would like the contestants to actually talk about any apps they use, what design technologies they're using, if they've got a website. So how is it that you are competing with competitors online? And you have 120 seconds to talk about your success stories. I know it's not long, so you've got to put in all the important parts in the 120 seconds. And first up, I have with me from Lal Bagh, I have Mithun Chowdhury, and this is round 1. So Mithun Chowdhury from Lal Bagh, you have 120 seconds to talk about your success stories when competing online, and your time starts now. Good luck.
Right, okay. We use our own online ordering system, so we've got our own website. It's all EPOS system, so there's no third party. We use app as well. Our apps, we collect Wi-Fi data, so we got customer data profile as well. Yeah, so we got loads of online ordering. I'm a bit nervous on the camera, but
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Otherwise, I haven't got much to say.
What else do you do? So when it comes to online ordering, how do you compete with others that are online?
We market well. We use social media, Twitter. You've got Instagram. We use, nowadays live videos. So we're doing a lot of live videos, so interact with customers. So that's how we get in them to interact with us.
And how about third-party companies like Just Eat or Uber Eats?
We don't use them, so we just say no to them, and we just market ourselves as much as we can. Google, Facebook, but you just have to have your own strategy. Gives a bit of offer, discount to bring them in, but use your own website. That's the best way.
Okay, brilliant. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it.
Brilliant,
Thank you.
that's perfect. Short and right to the point. So thank you very much. Well done.
problem. Thank you.
That was Mithun Chowdhury, and don't forget there are other online apps that you can use to order your food online. Next up, from Millennium Balti, I have Mr. Mohammed Abdul Ahad, and the same thing goes for you, sir. Are you ready?
Before my time starts, can I just say a quick few words, if you don't mind, please?
You have 10 seconds.
Okay, first of all, thank you, Catering Circle. Thank you, Channel S, for inviting me and my brothers to be a part of this.
Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you, Nadia. It's for us, it's not just a competition, it's a learning process for us.
Excellent.
Share ideas and we learn.
Thank you very much.
Can I just invite one of my brothers on stage, if you don't mind?
Yes, of course, if he wants to stand with you. What's his name?
Mohammed Majid.
Mohammed
and
Majid.
he's my youngest brother. Well,
So
eldest.
Mohammed Majid. Eldest. I think your brother needs you to hold his hand, so feel free. And I will let the brothers start now to talk about your success stories when competing online. Your time starts now.
Okay, we do direct customer approach. I mean, we don't use any third party. No disrespect to any online companies, but we found that can save a lot of money. That's one major important part. We save a lot of money. We directly interact with our customers. We've got our own website. We've got Facebook. We know their likes and dislikes. We can market it through email, through Facebook. Again, like I said, the charges that we save, we can direct it elsewhere and use it to promote ourselves. All the marketing, all the promotion, all the online we do ourselves. I mean, there's no third party involved whatsoever. And we're very successful. We've won many different awards in many different regions: Warwickshire, Leamington, West Midlands, and it's been very successful for us. Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. If anybody has any questions, I think you've answered your question when it comes to
there's so much we can talk about, but it's just try to keep it as brief as possible.
You still have 60 seconds if there's anything you want to add.
No, not at the moment.
No? Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Next up from Rana Takeaway, I have Mr. Abu Hamza Afzal Mahmood, what a big name, to come up and talk about his success stories. And the same thing goes for you, sir. It's all about competing online, and your time starts now.
Thank you very much. Thank you, panel. Thank you, judges and everyone, for having me here. I think it's important to note that to have your own website and your own brand out there in the market, it is very important for a customer to know that you actually exist. I mean, 90%, because I'm based in London, I've seen the other competitors, they're based outside London. I'm based in London. 90% of my customers are online based. So for me, online is more important than having a phone system and taking orders over the phone. So I have to be very competitive on online and knowing my customers, where they're based and how they work around. With me being in London, there's a lot of moving around. People don't stay in one place for long, whereas outside London, people tend to stay for longer in a period of time. So for me to be updated on a regular basis is very crucial for my business. And for me to let the customers know that I exist in the locality is also very crucial for my business. For example, right now is September. Students are going to start coming in and people are going to start shifting jobs and starting new life in London. So for me to get hold of those customers, I've already started my marketing starting from next week, where there's around four guys going out with the post, not with leaflets, with the letters, going out to people's doors, knocking on people's doors and handing out to them. In that way, it's very crucial for them to know that welcome to London, and here we are. You got Rana nearby to your house, and you can always come and meet us or also order from us. The other thing is important. I do have Just Eat and Hungry House and Uber and also Amazon Prime
And there's
Time.
lots of other apps
Yes,
we can use.
I've got all of them basically. The only reason I use them is because to get hold of the customers that I don't have contact. So once they start ordering, I use Dinenet Purple Eye guys, and I store the information, and when I do texting, I let them know that I also got my own app, I also got my own website. Order from me directly, use that 10%, and why not benefit out of that rather than using this alternative source.
Brilliant.
So yes, I do have other sources.
I'm going to stop you there. But thank you very, very much. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. Well done. Next up from Bengal Restaurant, I have Mr. Rehan Raza. And again, the same question goes for you. It's all about competing online.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. Thank you to Dubai, and thank you also. Thank you, the panel. I'm too tired to come in here today, so I just want to cancel it. But all thing I will say, the most important I found in my business is text marketing. And the second thing is that everyone, we are using the iPhones or Samsungs, any phones, any smartphones. People are ordering lots through the phones now. And exactly now at the moment, like people are giving the feedback also straight away. How is the food, whether they like it or not, and it's helped us lots though. So people move from online to phone, I could say. So because every time you're on the phone, people are ordering on the phone, and it's make quite lots of order to incoming also. And plus the text marketing, I would say. Some people are doing for a long time, but text marketing helped to minimize the cost. People while they're doing the leaflets door to door, because I used to remember me and my dad, we used to do leaflet door to door 4 hours, 5 hours. Now just sitting down home, maybe 2 hours or maybe 1 hour, I could send maybe about 3,000 customers in the same time. Because the ecosystems and the other systems are quite easy to maintain all this customer and keep in touch with them, especially like Valentine's Day or other days.
Yeah.
That's all really from my business, I would say.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And next up, I have from Rajit Restaurant, I have Mr. Atur Rahman Laik back again. Welcome back to the Catering Circle. And just a quick announcement, if I could request all the contestants to not take any names of online companies, just refer to them as third online companies, yeah?
Of course.
Brilliant, thank you very much. So it was Raj Dut, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
And your time starts now, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity. Success story and competing with online marketing companies, basically, not marketing companies. in my mind that there is no need to compete with online market. People who's using third-party online companies, they don't understand their concept. What I do with my business, I have my own portfolio, I have my own marketing style, I have my own website. I use fully EPOS system taking order to deliver to unto the kitchen, and the easy system, the waiters are taking orders on the iPad. EPOS systems are there in the restaurant, fully management functional. With all the apps of Google's, Facebook's, and all other digital, whatever you name it, Twitter's, everything. Having all those is a plus. That doesn't give you a good marketing. As a restaurant, as a food industry, you have to produce quality food. Food has a language, it talks itself. Most important marketing is your local. You have to understand where you are. You have to market it in your local. You have to invest in your community. Support your local community, football clubs, schools and things, all the community events, I involved in there. I have 2 football clubs myself sponsor, 4 schools, I do events for them. I do big event every year for Royal Surrey Hospital, to lots of community event. That gives me a $1 million marketing itself. So I don't use any third-party company. And this is what I say to people who use the third-party companies. Actually, they don't understand the concept of their business. Simple. So this is what I do. I have my own ordering system. People can go. We have mobile-friendly website. People can use their mobile and order from there. People can book their table, and this comes to me straightway into my mobile. So within a minute, I can see who's coming, what's happening. So all this thing is fully controlled from my restaurant. I don't pay any third party or any people. I save all the cost. I save all the marketing, and I save my own customer. Thank you very much.
Now. Thank you so much. Well done. I think I could have given you another 2 minutes. You could have gone on. Thank you so much for that. Next up, it's the mogul, Mr. Nurul Hussain Kadir. And welcome to the show. Again, the same thing for you, and your time starts now, sir.
Hi there. Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you, Channel S and Catering Circle, for giving us the opportunity to put our point across. I've been in this industry since 1985. I've been running my own business since year 2000. I've always had the urge to up the game from my competitors. What I did recently, I took a dramatic expansion of my restaurant. With a bit of research, I found out, one of my colleagues just said, you need good food, good service, and good ambience. Something was missing, and out of my research, I found what was missing. I needed a good branding, good marketing. That was missing on my thinking. I recently, with my refurbishment, invested out of building work. One of my major investment was on a bit of a technology, which integrates with my system in the restaurant, a website, online ordering, responsive website, mobile app, all integrated in one. That way I'm able to collect all the information from the customer when they're ordering, when they're using my website, when they're giving me feedback. All the database is integrated in one. I utilize that. I found out I can utilize that to enhance my business by marketing, keeping my own brand, keeping my own website, that I control, rather than having used third-party companies.
I'm going to stop you there.
Basically.
I'm going to stop you there because your time's up. But well done. Thank you so much. Well done. Last but not least, I have the Bayleaf restaurant, Mr. Tafazzul Mia. And again, sir, your time starts now, and you have to talk about competing with online competitors.
Thank you. My dear respected judges, the presenter Nadia, and the audience in the studio, and the TV viewers of Channel S, Assalamu alaikum. I've been running Bayleaf Takeaway and Bayleaf Fine Dining for the last 24 years in Whetstone High Road, North London. And I've been using EPOS since 2001. because I'm a firm believer of using advanced technology, IT. I have created a data. Before that, I want to start by saying what I don't have. I don't have any third parties. I don't have any big names, big giants. When they come to me, I say, sorry, I'm not able to accommodate you because I have my own data. Now, how did I collect my data? From the word go, 2001, we have data system. We've got collection of our customer details. So what we do, we have a mobile app, which we use, so we can send text message on a quieter day. I believe giving offers on a quieter day is a good idea to do it. That's a fantastic tool. I recommend everybody to use it. But on a busy day, I don't do no offers. I do email shots every week. We have a newsletter every month going with different offers and different details and events. And we, as an organization, try to compete with not quantity, quality. That's my firm belief. Because if we compete with quality, we can't maintain quality, which is very, very important. And online presence is important. Another word, Google, it should be part of the dictionary, in my view, because everybody uses.
I'm going to stop you there now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm so
We do
I'll let you
use
finish this.
SEO
Yeah.
and other marketing tools to create new customers as well. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I wish
Mr.
I had
Mir.
more time.
I know, I do apologise. But well done, congratulations to all the contestants that took part in round one. And of course, just a quick reminder, this is where the panel judges hold 60% of the voting, that's 20% each, and our special judges hold 40, which is 5% each. So they've got a lot of work. No pressure at all to the judges, but the contestants have really been good, and I think it's going to be quite a difficult task for you. But in the first round, one person will be eliminated, taking on the 6 to the second round. But I'm going to go straight to my special judges now, and I'm going to ask Benji to first tell me what was your opinion on the first round. I mean, do you feel they answered all the questions?
Yeah, I think in general, a lot of the companies themselves understand the marketplace itself, especially around investing in their own technologies, in the digital space more so. So some of them obviously explained that they're using social media, their own websites, integrating their EPOS systems as well. And yeah, I think mainly investing in themselves rather than third-party companies is key, because that money and that cost saving can then be invested into other areas within the business.
Excellent, thank you so much. Ruhul, how about you? What's your opinion? Do you think they ticked all the boxes for you?
Yes, they have. They are being brave for having no third-party online companies, so they're doing it themselves. There's certain aspects that they're using which are live videos, live experiences. So some businesses have difficulty in doing that, but there are restaurateurs out there that have demonstrated that they can do that. The integration of technology and their own apps, which is quite important, and also taking full control of their data, which I firmly believe is where you can make your success from the third parties.
I think I quite liked one of the contestants were talking about where they use other online companies to just build on their database. How important do you feel that is in the business?
Again, I'm going to go into full control, because they're generating a lead, and they're withholding that, they're keeping that, that's their own data. Where there's other companies, as we know, they get the data and they sell it off to another off-seller and so on. So they are protecting their data. So yeah, it's good.
Thank you so much. Going straight on to Matt. Now, Matt, you're a digital marketing expert. I found, this is just my personal opinion, but I found that the contestants spoke a lot about, how they compete with the online companies. However, they all mentioned apps, and they said, how great it was, but they didn't go into detail about it, which I think is quite important. What's your opinion on that?
In my personal opinion, apps
it's a market by itself. So using it's not bad if you make it profitable. In e-commerce, all doesn't matter this market specifically. Using apps can actually bring revenues, but at the same time, using apps to generate new customers, as many of the candidates said, using their data to then generate own and promote their own brand actually works to generate returning customers, and that's I think where most of the candidates excelled in this. So definitely do not exclude them, but at the same time learn how to make them profitable as an acquisition method.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Matt. Now, coming straight on to Marvin, you know, you're a PR and marketing expert. They're on television, they're on a Sky TV. They missed out on one marketing tactic, I think. If I was on there, I'd be giving out my app name.
Yeah.
They didn't even mention their app name. It's a free platform. You're talking about your success stories. But not once did they mention about their app name, where they can find it, how to use it, which I think is very important. What's your opinion on that?
I agree with you. I have to agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Thanks.
There's also apps that are free, which we use in our company, and it helps us gain new customers, i.e. Snapchat.
Yeah.
You know, Instagram. These things, certain people that promote our food, they have a strong following that, you know, some have 10,000 followers, some have 50,000 followers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when they post certain things, we then get more customers, and that helps, and it's free.
Yeah.
It's a very clever way to get customers. So why would you not do that, is my question.
Yeah.
The other apps are good. They're a very clever way.
Yeah.
I will not downplay that, but you should still use the free apps to get the younger customers.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'll let the special judges vote, and I will come back to the special judges a bit later on. I'm going to go straight on to my panel judges, and I'm going to ask Mr. Huck, what was your opinion on this round? Do you think they missed out on a few tricks?
Yeah, I think most important is everyone here is a winner, because out of 12,000 restaurants, we've nominated them through different sources. So they're all winners. It's not all about winning today. It's all about sharing ideas to save the industry.
Well, it is about winning as well.
Well, it's about saving the industry. If the industry doesn't exist, it's no point winning. So we got to save the industry. Now, I'm not going to go in very technical, but a lot of the things is all about saving cost. And a lot of the people have developed their own app, but they're not getting any orders, so they end up, using the mainstream platform. And that's one of the problems, because you got to do your own marketing. If you don't have a budget for marketing, you won't get the most use of your order online. And that's one of the key points we were expected to highlight. But there are second round for marketing and branding, and I'm expecting a bit more on that.
What are you expecting? So what are the things you want to hear from the contestants?
I want to see cost-effective way of marketing, because if you spend too much money, then again, you're not saving any cost. So we want to hear what the trick they use in terms of using social media like Facebook, emails, and communicating with the existing customers to get the orders in, so that they can use their existing website. I know you can create a website very easily, but then again, if no one knows about your website, no one knows about your brand, then no one going to place the order for you, and then you won't save any cost. So this is what we're expecting, is how well they're doing in terms of doing that, because that's the key to success in order online. Not just having a good website, but also having the marketing and branding, together.
Thank you so much. On the last episode, I don't know if you watched it, but there was, I think it was the Royston, I can't quite remember, but he actually brought in all his marketing bits, his little folder, to show us how he did it. And I think it's so important to be an advocate
This
of
is
your own
21st century, and you have to move with the time, and he knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
So if you're a smart businessman,
Yeah.
you can survive in this industry, and that's what we expect to see.
On that note, I'm going to go to Amrit, because you're an expert when it comes to retail and hospitality. And as I mentioned, that, last time we had somebody come in with their work. Now, that's advocacy just by being yourself. How important is that? And what do you expect them to do when it comes to marketing and branding in round 2?
I think it's important to show how you make a customer like yourself and myself, or anybody, be part of the journey, from what the chefs are doing to the event when it comes live. It's very important to show people how they are part of the brand. If you believe in your brand, you will show it, make people feel it. It's very important to innovate as well. Have a blog, let people come in and understand your chef. have a storyboard so they can go in and touch and feel what they are doing, cooking in the background. It's not just about the food coming to the plate, but how did it get there? It is the bigger picture, but there are innovative ways to get there, and I think I'm hoping to see that from different contestants over the next few rounds.
Thank you. Mr. Yafar Ali, you've been in the business and the trade for years now. So when you hear new innovative things like, you know, blogging and Instagram and Snapchat, you know, you're a man that's been in this industry for, I don't know, 30 odd years or even longer maybe. 40 years, very close. So this is something quite new, even to you, but how do you think the new, like, the generation now that are running the catering industry are actually using or utilizing these platforms?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank all the restaurateurs who took part into this platform. They have done a wonderful job, good presentation, and most of them are very young, and they're up to date with the time. They are changing with the time, which I don't think I can. My age is not allowing me to change with the time, but I should be changing.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing.
You've got the BCA,
I'm trying, of course. I'm not behind, far behind from them.
You're on Facebook.
Yeah, but
I follow you. It's fine.
thank you. So do I. I do follow you too. But yeah, branding is very important. To sell your product, one of the guy mentioned here that he locally advertised. This is very important. Your customer should know you, not through third party.
Yeah.
I do not believe in third parties. From my own restaurant, I use myself. I am the man who market for my restaurant, and I will encourage all the young guys here to do the same. Don't let the big fish take your place in their hands and they control you. You should control your business. This is my suggestion to you.
Thank you.
But to keep up yourself with the IT, today's term is IT you are using, no matter whether you are using a mobile phone, website, or whatever, Instagram, whatever you're using, that is your tools to market your restaurant. And above all, food is very important.
Yeah.
We have to, it's not marketing. If you don't have a good quality food providing for the customer, it's no good marketing for it.
Absolutely.
We have to change every week if possible.
Yeah.
You've been a very wonderful presenter here. Nadia, of course, she is above everybody. But what you said, all of you, was really wonderful. I thank you from my bottom of my heart.
Oh, thank you so much. That's such a lovely message. Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause for that. That was so sweet. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask Mr. Huck something quickly. Now, you mentioned about marketing and branding and how important it is to be cost effective. Now, you're like, you know, you're running a channel, you've got this platform out here, you know, you've got Purple Eye, you've got all the big names under one belt. So you have some huge businesses under your belt. How much would you say an average restaurant should spend on marketing and branding a year?
Well, I mean, the marketing can be very costly, but what you have to realize is there's so many technology out there that you can do it for free. It doesn't cost you anything. I mean, average, I would say, Facebook marketing, Google marketing, all of that, the basic SEO is all free. But if you want to do PPC or Facebook advert, I would say, you know, in a month, if you at least budget for £100, that will give you a good edge to your marketing. And you need to invest at least 10% of your, you know, revenue to your marketing, because otherwise nobody knows about you. Then no one will come. Even so, you got the best food, best branding, best look, best restaurant, but you still got to spend that amount of money to get it going. But you have to be a smart businessman at the same time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. So 10% of your profits should be going into marketing and branding, which is our revenue. Sorry, that is going to be all in our second round, and we want to know about those success stories. But let's see who made it through to the second round. In this round, we will be saying goodbye to one person. Are you guys ready for this? Right, so let's take a look. Brilliant. In first place with 100% of the votes, Bayleaf Restaurant. Congratulations. Well, in second place we have 3. We have Lalbagh, Millennium, Balti, The Mogul and the mogul, sorry, the three that are in second place. And in third place, we have two more, Rana Takeaway and Rajdoot Restaurant. And we are having to say goodbye to Bengal Restaurant, Rehan Raza. I'm so sorry, but congratulations for coming this far, and we wish you the best of luck. Now, yes, the competition continues. The chase continues to see who's going to be making it to the Business Expo in 2018. But we'll see you in round 2 straight after a break. And welcome back to Season 2 Catering Circle. We are through to round 2 now, and this is where they get to talk about their marketing and branding. Now, the contestants did get lots of tips, and I think I gave away some of the secrets Amrit was just saying, so I think they're going to have to keep that in mind when talking about marketing and branding. And again, you all, especially the panel judges, you've mentioned what you're looking out for. Is there anything else you want to add?
I think it's more to do with how much you're spending against the kind of return you're getting, because it's all about cost saving. Because if you're spending more money than the money you're getting, then you're not going to survive. So we're looking for some creative idea, a bit of innovation, and smart marketing, to be honest.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the main things, like Yafar Ali also mentioned that, let's not forget about the dishes, because the food's very important. Quality is super important. So how do you promote the quality of your food? These are the things that we're looking out for. And of course, do you have any games? Do you have any exciting promotions that you offer to your customers? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to stay shum now because I'm going to be in trouble. Let's go through to round 2. First up from Lalbagh, I have Mr. Mithun Chowdhury, and this is all about marketing and branding. You have 60 seconds, which isn't a lot of time, but I think you'll be fine. Go tick all the boxes that the special judges and the panel judges want you to tick. So good luck. Your time starts now.
Right, I've done a few brandings of my own. One is through Wi-Fi, so every time customer logs into my restaurant through the Wi-Fi, they connect with their social media, so that's collecting data. So I'm getting free data from my Wi-Fi, and then obviously you could send email marketing, Facebook marketing. Mostly I use Facebook. It's a free platform that you could do lots with. I mean, one like could get you 400 customers. Because obviously they've got friends, and every friend that will be sharing or liking, I've got potential customer. So I use a lot Facebook, and main is Twitter as well. And now I'm starting to use Instagram. That's quite handy, especially to present your food. I mean, that's important. So when you take a picture, good quality picture, that shows you exactly what your food is about.
Thank you. I'm going to stop you there, but thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you.
Next up from Millennium Balti, I have Mr. Mohammed Abdul Ahad. And you're welcome to bring your brother along.
No,
your brothers are your good luck charms, right?
Support. I mean, we're all working hard, so they deserve the chance to be here as well.
Yes, absolutely. You're welcome to give them a chance to speak as well if you want to.
Thank you.
This is all about marketing and branding, exactly what I said earlier, so good luck. Your time starts now.
Okay, marketing, we do our own marketing through various forms, one being Facebook, which is very successful for us. I mean, instead of a business page, we have our own personal account where we can directly interact with all our customers. We can find out their likes and dislikes. We can put up our own different dishes, any changes to the restaurant, any new dishes, any kind of changes, we can put that on, and we've had a very good response from that. As well as that, we do the traditional leafleting, but that's in every order. We give menus, we give business card. With the bill, we give the business card as well. Basically, word of mouth is very strong for us as well. And as well as word of mouth, we do sponsor local football team, cricket team. We do a lot of charity work where people have approached us and we've not refused. We've tried to fit in with the community as much as we can, get people talking about us. I've contacted directly to local newspapers where I've told them different stories about us, what changes there are, and they've advertised free for us.
Excellent.
Okay.
I'll let you finish that sentence.
Yeah, they've advertised free in the local paper as well as online, and we've had a huge response from that as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you.
Well done. Next up from Rana Takeaway, Mr. Abu Hamza Afzal Mahmood. And again, the same thing goes for you, sir. It's all about marketing and branding. Your time starts now.
Thank you very much. Basically, the main thing I use is online marketing. As I said earlier, is I'm in a very competitive area where a lot of people changes around. So letting people know whoever's local is very important. So I do use search engine optimization for my website. So making sure that my website is on the first page at the top. So when people look for Indian food or Bangladeshi food or a local takeaway, I tend to be cropping up at the top. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people do move in locally and they want to know who their local Indians takeaways are. And it's important that you also affiliate yourself with a local community, like for example police community organization. They got me involved in their local activity and putting my ad out to the local youngsters, so letting them know. So it goes out locally as well, so people are aware locally.
I'm going to let you
schools-
finish this sentence off.
Schools and community and all these aspects is important, but online is most important, is to use your website and your app, which is runna.co.uk, and to actually utilize that to actually encourage people to use your own. The
Thank you
most
very
important, sorry, I forgot to say this,
Quickly.
is it's important you to get your customers to download your app. Because at the end of it, there are other competitors that they got downloaded on the phone. But if you're right next to those apps, then before they hit the other buttons, they say, oh, I had them before, so I might as well go directly with them in case, instead of going around looking for all these other takeaways. So it's vital to have your app downloaded. Give them some offers when they download it, and then you can take it from
I'm
there.
going to stop you there. Thank you so much. Well done. You definitely took all that feedback. Now, next up from Raj Doot Restaurant, Mr. Atul Rahman Like. And your time starts now.
Thank you. Before you do marketing, you have to produce a quality brand. What do I do in Rajdut? We make sure we are producing a good quality food and a good cooking in a good hygienic environment, and delivering to the customer fresh as is cooked. And we do also use modern marketing tech tools that we instantly sort of special dishes people can easily access and see in our websites, Google's, Facebook's, and all other. Most importantly, we do local marketing heavily. That gives us a huge boost in the business, because mostly Indian restaurants like mine are the community basis, because you don't get customer from Birmingham into your restaurant. So maximum 5 to 7 mile radius we'll get customer. This is what we should normally concentrate. Although we do all the marketings, including local media and publishing into our website our special dishes, and making sure the people know what is their eatings, providing information about the dishes, what we are cooking, what sort of spices we are using, that sort of thing.
I'm
Thank
going to
you
let you
very much.
finish. Do you want to add
No,
anything?
I'm okay.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Well done. Next up from the Mogul, Mr. Nurul Hussain Qadir. If I could have you on stage. Again, the same thing. Any time starts now.
Thank you very much. To do my marketing, I fully utilize the system I've been talking about, which keeps all my data in one place. I have the control over the data. That allows me to market in my own branding, choose to market when I choose to do it. I utilize that to save money, actually, by doing it myself. Also, social media is free. I use that as well, like Facebook and Twitter. Also, I get involved in local charities, sponsor local football team, which generates social media sort of audience, if you like. Okay, so I reuse that, remarket that again to generate more interest in my business, to attract more new customers. So there's a lot of things you could do by using if you have a good system in place, which collects your own data and on your own control. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you. And last but not least, from Bayleaf Restaurant, if I could have Mr. Zulmia.
Thank you.
You've got me saying Bayleaf even in my links.
Excellent.
Your time starts now.
Thank you. Marketing. Your name is very, very important to your customers. You know, they say it's harder at the bottom, it's even harder at the top. One has to sustain and keep on top of things. Your Bayleaf, my Bayleaf, has to be remembered and knocked on my customer's brain or mind at anyhow. Now, olden days, well, I like to say before, we used to use local papers. And it was a fantastic tool. It used to work for us. Nowadays, time has moved on. We are using, look, this is my app. Please download Bayleaf app. We use SEO. We use customer data to knock on the door. Like I said before, we send a reminder, hello, we are here. Newsletter is such an important thing. Instagram is very, very vital to capture the young community, because some of them, they've got 100,000 followers. And I'm thinking, what is that? If I get 1%, I've got enough.
Excellent.
So marketing, your name, my name, Bayleaf, very, very important to maintain. Keep it on our customers' mind so they remember you, they come back to you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Well done.
What was the name again? Bayleaf. I'm kidding. I'm only kidding. Thank you so much. That was round 2, all summarized up with our wonderful participants. In this round, we will be losing 2 contestants and we'll be taking 4 through to the final round, which is all about cost savings. But let's see what our special judges thought of our contestants. So I'm going to start with Mr. Anis Chowdhury. How do you feel they did?
I feel very good. Thank you, Nadia.
Yeah, thank you. How do you think they did?
They did wonderful, because they explain how to actually generate their business and how they are actually at the moment with the social media platform and the Facebook and Twitter, and they open their own website. I'm very pleased because everybody mentioned they got their own website. And it's not a website, their website is actually digital. And it's actually, because Google actually sent the spider and they would like to see their website is regularly maintained or not. So every single brother, they said they are actually getting lots of new customer from that platform, and I will suggest them. It's not suggest them, what I do. I actually in one website, and I would like to build few sites. And when people say, for instance, from here to 3 miles radius in Forest Gate, somebody staying in a hotel, and he's looking for Indian food, but he doesn't know my restaurant name or any other Indian restaurant name. So if he search local Indian restaurant in Forest Gate, and if I come up, then obviously I'll get that order is bonus for me. So I'm thinking every single website has to be like optimized, mobile optimized, and others. If you integrate your system with your own website, and you will get the more business.
Excellent, thank
you.
That's actually a really good tip.
Thank you very much.
That's a very, very good tip for everyone, not just our contestants that are here today, but even our audience that are watching at home. That's a very, very good tip. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And don't forget that you can also be involved and you can share your thoughts, your stories, and maybe talk to the judges. All you've got to do is tweet us at Catering Circles, and actually we'll try and read out those tweets if we can. So get tweeting, get Instagramming, get Facebooking, and we'll definitely read out your messages. I'm going to come to Amrit now, Head of IT. Do you feel, I mean, when it comes to marketing and branding, IT is probably the go-to thing. Do you think they've utilised everything that you can do in the IT industry?
Firstly, I would like to say to the contestants, they've done a brilliant job on taking all your tips and feedback.
Our tips.
from round 1. Yes, I think there are a lot more tools out there. which they could utilize in their benefit. Again, keeping in mind that they have to save money. It's all about revenue end of the day and not overspend. But there are little things that they can implement, and integration is key as well. Again, restaurant is all about turnaround of your food. If you're doing takeaway, how quickly is the order going out? If I'm waiting for 45 minutes is a long time. How do you change that? It's an integrated solution, does help from the minute that I press order to when it gets, if I can follow the order, if it is being cooked right now to it's out for delivery, it makes me satisfied. That is on the way. I'll be less restless. I might have a glass of water to survive until the food gets in.
Yeah.
But it is following the journey together with you and seeing how that is. And that is critical to ensure that you're integrating your solutions, not just having a website, but EPOS, everything talking to each other and taking it to the next level.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's absolutely true. I think it's really important to follow that journey and to know your customers,
Absolutely.
isn't it? That's super important. Going to come straight through to Tanim Chowdhury now. You're an executive member. I mean, you're a part of the team of the Catering Circle as well. Now, you've seen lots of contestants come on and off the stage. What's your opinion on the contestants that are here today? Are they missing anything?
Before I say that, can I just congratulate all the contestants for making it this far? Because being on this show, it means you are a winner already. Okay, and where experts out there are saying that if you don't have a website, you won't have any business by 2020, regardless what business are you in. So let me congratulate them once again that they will be in the business in 2020, okay, and beyond.
Yeah,
right?
Thank
wicked.
Okay. Now, but at the same time, nowadays everyone is working hard, right? But this time around, it's about working smart, and that's what I've been going on about ever since we got started in this program. That it's about working smart. So we got smart people out there working. So that's really good, and they do realize that people are looking at them 24/7, and I can tell you they're looking very good.
Thank you very much, Tanim Chowdhury. Now, going to come straight through to Mr. Huck. Do you feel they've been working smartly?
I think for them to even survive and get the business in, must be a lot of marketing. One of the things I really liked about is the Wi-Fi marketing, where they got Lalbagh managed to get their email address, because everyone go to a restaurant, they want to use the Wi-Fi just to get the email address and get the contact details, and then send an email to them. Look, we've got an offer, or that didn't cost them anything. But this is very smart marketing. Again, marketing costs can be very expensive, but the idea of this concept is to save cost, meaning you minimize marketing, use the free tools out there, being extremely smart businessmen, and a lot of the contestants, they did very well in that terms. So it's very difficult for us to take two out from there, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
it's a hard
we're going to
job.
have to. So I hope you've all voted.
They all did very well.
Yeah,
Excellent
brilliant.
job.
I'm going to go straight through to Jamal Uddin. When it comes to designing, you're the man, hopefully, because I think when it comes to designing, you're the only person here today, actually, that's specialised in this. So do you think they've hit the correct boxes? Have they mentioned design, actually? They didn't. They didn't mention anything about design.
No one mentioned it.
No, it's quite important.
No one mentioned the design side, the look and feel of the websites and apps, and the fact that it needs to be professional looking.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might have good food, but you need to have all the other things polished in a way. I'm sure they're doing all those. It's just that they didn't mention. That's what I think. But if they haven't been doing it, I'd suggest them to seriously look into generating more brand image.
Yes,
that's very important.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Yafar Ali, do you think they've mentioned enough when it comes to designing, or is there something? Do you think they could do something? Do you think it'd be a good idea for maybe the contestants, we've got more episodes, to actually bring in a screenshot of their websites to show us?
Website is very important in this business. Yeah, of course, if you have your own website, there is lots of things you can play around with it to let your customer knows what exactly happening in your restaurant. Even if you are holding an event, it's the best way to let them know. One thing I would urge every young restaurateur here, Also, you are trying to advertise yourself through Facebook. I don't know, you advertise to your friends to sell your product. Is your next door neighbor a Facebook friend of yours?
That's very important.
No, he's not. So I think the best suggestion I would put to them is to have a charity event. Charity event is very important with your local mayor. Give them half of the money, whatever you take on the charity night. But the impact of the charity night is bigger than having the charity night in your restaurant.
Absolutely. Thank
you.
you.
It helps the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And above all, whatever we do, I will repeat again, food presentation is above all. Design your food, put a good presentation on your plate with appetite.
Yeah, it's very important.
When your eyes take it, stomach will accept it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. When your eyes do take it,
Wicked.
the stomach
Love that.
definitely does that. I always smell my food as well. Something Yafar Ali that actually mentioned, which I think is brilliant, make sure when we go on the next break, your neighbours next to you has to follow you on Facebook.
Yeah.
So get them to like your page straight away. Going to come straight through to you, Mr. Tipu. Now, tell me about the contestants. Now, we're going into cost savings, which is the next round. In brief, what are you looking for?
Thank you, Nadia. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the contestants because, as Hokmai mentioned, it's not a winning game. It's because they have been chosen from the 12,000 restaurants they've been nominated. And I'm really proud they're here.
Yeah.
So you was asking what I'm looking for the next one,
For
the
cost
saving one.
savings, yeah.
As Hokmai mentioned before, 10% from your revenue is okay, put on the marketing budget. But most of them, they don't have marketing budget. So I think it is very important to have marketing budget and not like too much. But again, if you look at the social media, there's the free marketing. You can do a lot of things, but you have to know how. I'm looking for how do you do marketing on Facebook? That's
Brilliant.
very important.
Thank you very much. Not just Facebook, but all the social media
all the social
platforms.
media.
Thank you so much. It is time for me to reveal the results. I have the results with me. Everyone's very anxious. Are you ready for this? All right. So just a quick reminder. Our panel judges held 60% of the votes and 40% with our special judges. We will be losing 2 contestants in this round, but before I reveal the results, I just want to congratulate everyone for coming this far. And the results are... In first place with 95% of the votes, we have Bayleaf Restaurant. Congratulations. And in second place, we have Lalbagh. Congratulations with 75%. And in third place, we have Attai, actually, Runner Takeaway and The Mogul. So congratulations. Unfortunately, we are having to say goodbye to Millennium Balti, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Ahad, who only had 45%. And again, with another 45%, we are having to say goodbye to Raj Dut Restaurant, Mr. Atar Rahman Laik. But congratulations and well done for coming this far, for being chosen to actually take part in the catering circle. We will be going on to our round 3, which is all about cost savings and revenue increase, but all of that after a little break. Welcome back to the Catering Circle Season 2, Episode 7, where it's all about competing with companies online. And you know what? It's been a really good competition so far. The heat's been on, but they've taken it very, very well. We're on to the final round now, where it's all about cost savings and revenue increase. And this is where they need to concentrate on how it is that they actually save their costings and they have an increase in their revenue, what methods they use, what tools they use, and how it helps them with their business. So let's get prepared for round 3. So you have 60 seconds here where you get to talk about your cost savings and your revenue increase. And first up, we have Lalbagh. We have Mr. Mithun Chowdhury. Are you ready for it?
Sure, I'm ready, yeah.
Go on.
All right. Cost savings, right? I saved a lot of costs without using third party. I used my own website to take orders. We've got a dedicated app as well. I won't mention the name who provides it, but we saved last year, I think, about £16,000. So that's a lot of money that I saved. Plus, we extended as well. Recently, we grew our business, I think 20 covers more, but made a big difference. But, you know, that's a huge saving for me. The way I saved was, again, we used local businesses. I mean, you spoke about it before. So what we did, a lot of people approach you. You know, you get letters about raffle. A lot of people ignore that, and we use that to our advantage. So we'll probably give them maybe a £40 voucher. They might spend £60 in the restaurant. Yeah, you're getting £20, but you're getting the people that's there. You know, you get in your crowd. So that's another way you could do marketing plus saving money.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Your 60 seconds is up, but well done. Thank you so much. You will have another chance to talk, actually, where if the judges feel that there's something missing, or they have a question for one of the contestants that they want to clarify, you will have a chance to come on stage before the final results. They will give you a chance to speak. And next up is Rana Takeaway, Mr. Abu Hamza Afzal Mahmood. And your time starts now, sir.
Thank you very much. The way I looked at cost saving is sometimes you have to go out of your way to learn a bit of technology as well. So with a little bit of technology background for myself, I went and learned how to do Google Form. I saw the benefit of using Google Form as a feedback process tool. So what I did was I created a Google Form for the customers, and then I text 10,000 customers in one go. And the way I gathered 10,000 customers was with my EPOS system. Because the day one that I created or opened my business, I had the EPOS system in place first to make sure all my customers are recorded, at least their telephone number. Telephone number is vital to my business because I tend to text every 3 months, every Eid time, every Christmas time, you know, letting them know that we exist, you know, not to forget about us. These are the cost-saving tips that it really, really works. So when I did a Google form...
I'm going to let you finish this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feedback. I just want to share my experience so people are aware there's something out there. So when you do a feedback form yourself and you attach it to the text message so people can reply back, they get £5 discount for every £25, for example. That's the tool I use. Excellent. In return, I had around 500 customers. Yes, I lost £5, but I actually generated more throughout the whole year, because they thought they were part of my business now. They thought their feedback was vital to my business, therefore they own a little bit of my business itself. So
Brilliant.
That's the method I used to do cost saving.
Excellent, thank you. That's a really good tip. Thank you so much for that. Next up from the Mogul, I have Mr. Nurul Hussain Kadir. So if I could have you on stage, and your time starts now.
Hi there. Saving cost, one of the things that you can do a lot of things to save cost. Do your own shopping, do your own marketing, get your own supplier and look into different suppliers for different prices. One of the things I really found out through using this EPOS system that I use. For example, I used to send Christmas card to the post of on a database of about 3,000 people. Now I do it electronically with a voucher included, which saved me alone. I mean, I can talk about a lot of other savings, but that actually saved during the Christmas. Everybody knows, if you're sending out about 3,000 Christmas cards, 3,000 first class stamp or second class stamp, add that to your Christmas card, and all the hassle goes through the posting it. It was one click, easily done. So that was my biggest saving through the technology that I use.
Excellent.
I think that's finished, is it?
Okay, excellent.
Right,
thank you so much. Well done. Last but not least, again from the Bay Leaf restaurant, I have Mr. Tafazzul Mia. Same thing, your time starts now.
Cost saving is very, very important to any business, because end of the day, if you don't take charge of your cost, your expenses, you'll be out of business in no time. Now, how do you market and at the same time using electric platform to save? I initially made a small short film. It cost me a little bit of money to make that film. For advertising purpose, I use it on Facebook, Twitter, and what have you. It saves a lot of money because it's not a long film, and people clicks and watches. Now, cost saving, over the recent years, if you see, the biggest rise has been the cost of the wages. How do you deal with that? It's a very, very difficult situation, because if you have a full restaurant, you need hands-on. If you don't have any customers, you still have to have people to serve in case they come. Now, what I've done is I have now the expenses, the wages has gone up.
I'll let you finish this.
I'm so sorry.
No, finish this off, it's fine.
What I've done, I've taken an initiative to have, instead of letting the staff work 10 hours, I've divided into hours. Like when the people, when some staff comes at 6 o'clock, I finish them at 11 o'clock. And when they come 5 o'clock, I let them go at 10 o'clock. In that way, I'm managing the rise of the wage. So therefore, cost saving, very, very important. You have to be careful. And if you're not on the eye, on the game, and if you don't keep watching your cost, plus and minus, you'll be out of business.
Excellent.
So very, very important topic.
Thank you very much. I'm going to ask you to stand there. Thank you very much. And I'm going to ask the rest of the contestants, the remaining 4, to please join the stage, please. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go straight through to our panel judges. I know the voting is going on now, but you may ask questions if there's anything that you feel that a certain contestant hasn't answered and you'd like them to go into detail. You're welcome to ask, or you can ask all of them a question.
I think it's all of them. What I want to know is, why have you chosen to have your own branded water online and not going for the easy option, the lazy option out there, which is to go for kind of giant commercial mainstream one, and rather than you doing all the hard work doing marketing and branding, why are you doing that? That's all we want to know.
Let's start with Mr. Mahmood.
Basically,
do you want to come to the mic, please?
They charge for the new clients 14% per order. There's some that charges with the delivery guys included 25% to 25% per order per bill. So they don't care whether it's your total, whether it's from your profit or not, whatever it is, they want their money. And the sad thing is they intake all the money and then they give you the difference. So you have no control over the money. And you have to, again, wait for that money for a period of a week to receive that amount. So for that reason, it is important for us to have our own brand to actually work on and to do because it's more efficient and cash flow is much more better as well.
Excellent, thank you. It's the same question for everyone, so if I could ask Mr. Kadir to answer the question.
Right, yes, sorry, the question was how do you...
Why having your own site rather than going for a lazy option like
yeah.
third party to provide one?
Providing, yeah. You use your own, you utilize your own system by having your own database that you have. Basically, sorry, I'm a bit lost there. Right, somebody want to take over?
No, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Mr. Chowdhury?
I'll explain. Basically, it's my brand. It's me. It's my restaurant. And the reason I have my own website, own thing, it's me who they're coming to see, the restaurant, my food. And why would you pay a third party part of your business? Basically, it's like a partnership. Why would you get a partner when they're not really contributing? They're just taking the money out of you. So I would say that's the reason.
Basically, you probably want to save money plus get the control. Over
control
your
is you. It's your business. I mean, otherwise they're owning your business in a way. I see it, have 10 restaurants on board, they're only 100% of your business. Simple. So,
Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
last but not least, from the Bailey.
Yeah, having your own website is first you're having your own identity. You know, it's very, very important to have a successful business, to have your own niche market, own place with your own customer. So you can communicate with them. They know where you are. Click of a button, they can see where you are. And I, for myself, I have a very small menu. And I change my menu every quarterly, minimum, sometime more. But with me, the important thing is here. You go with the third party, the big giants, the Captain Morgan, whatever, you know, owned by the big boys. It's your hard earning. You saved your hard earning money and you invested in a business. Now, what right it gives a third party to come and take the cream? I ask this question all the time. I've never ever been with the third party. I don't believe in it. In fact, it's a no-go area in my place. Simple as that. So it's, you know, end of the day, you work on social hours. You do the hard work. You go and open the door, put the coats on for the customers, and you please them as much as you can. But end of the day, you're giving 30%, 15%, and so on and so forth. You're giving the profit. I can, in fact, challenge anybody. Are they really making 15% profit in this industry at the moment? I don't think many of you will say, if one even can say yes. So we are basically giving the profit. So it's not fair to have them on. Create your own brand. Go out your way. You know, I always say to everyone, if you can use smartphone, trust me, you can use any website.
Thank you.
And you will do well. Just have that guts, courage, and keep going. And persevere. Sometimes persevere works. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Going to come straight through to the special judges. I'll start with Matt Ducci. Now, what do you think? Do you have a question, or would you like to comment on how they've done?
Yeah, I think they've done very well so far. I'm really impressed. Very well done to all of you guys. Personally, I do have a question, and I keep it open to anybody who wants to answer.
We'll ask one person to answer the question.
Okay. Yes. Somebody mentioned that all of you use way of doing marketing that are not trackable. So you do community, you do Facebook, you do film, or you create something of your own. But then how do you track the results of your activity? How do you know that what you've done in marketing is actually bringing you customers?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I mean, if you have a system where you have your feedback, where you track your feedback, you will know what your customers are saying. That happened to me when I done my business, and I made a dramatic change. And I actually twisted my arm to change my menus because of the feedback that I had. Because previously I talked about how dramatic change I made last 2 years. I've actually nearly lost all my customers. If I didn't track the feedback that I had, I probably would have been out of business. So I actually done that, and it's a very good question, because I actually looked at that and seen what the customer actually asking, and I had to change my ways to keep my customers happy.
And I totally agree with you. Listening to your customers, it's part of
Very
understanding where
important
your
part of
costs are, where
part
you
of
can
your
improve.
business. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to go straight through to Benji Masserin. Now you're a talent manager. You've obviously got expertise when it comes to recruiting. Someone mentioned, I think it was Bayleaf, that mentioned about having the right amount of staff and making sure that you have the right amount of staff. Now, do you think it's quality over quantity, or like how do you differentiate between the two?
Well, I think the key is having a balance. You know, if you have, whether you've got customers or not, as you rightly said, you're going to have people there, staffing and manning the premises. In terms of recruitment, again, there are a lot of different platforms that you can use. Again, looking at cost savings, there are a lot of free-based platforms that you can use to actually look at recruiting staff, especially within the niche market, whether it's hospitality, the restaurant market. That's, again, something which you can focus on. Also, just to touch on something else, I think the important thing on one of the other areas that we looked at is branding. Understanding that your brand is not just a logo or a website, it's everything. It's you, it's your staff, the events that you do, it's the experience. But again, as one of the main judges said, the food. Like, you have to showcase what you're doing, and for people to understand this is why they're coming to your restaurant or to your takeaway. And also feedback is extremely important from them. But as you said, that could have been the difference between being in business and not being in business.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We do actually have the results. The results are being added up as we talk. So I'm actually going to start closing today's event before I tell you who the winners are to make it through to the Business Expo. So I'm going to come to Mr. Huck. Now, you know, they've taken on board everything that we've said today, and I'm really impressed with the contestants today. Is there anything that you feel they could have done better?
I think overall they've done very well. I mean, obviously the technical terms they haven't used, like why they're using mobile app, were quite obvious, because a lot of the customer uses mobile app because thanks to Steve Jobs, a few years back he changed the world, and we all have mobile app, and that's a computer itself. So using and moving forward with the mobile app is 70 to 90% are ordering from mobile app. So if you don't have a mobile app site, user-friendly, customer won't do it. So most important is whatever the customer wants, customer is always right. So if customer wants a mobile app and they want to order it from there, why not provide it? And these boys are providing it. So they did. I think overall everyone did very well.
Thank you very much. Now, Amrit, being a retail expert, being in that industry for hospitality, now sometimes you get really annoying customers. My husband would probably agree that I'm one of those annoying customers in a restaurant. How do you deal with that? I mean, they've not really mentioned that, because what you said is correct. Of course, customers are always right. Well, I always say that. Customers are always right. However, there are customers that are wrong. How do you deal with that? Do you think they've touched on that?
I think they've done a great job on covering all the aspects that we've emphasized on as part of this episode, but I think it's very important to deal with negativity as well. Again, feedback from customers and how addressing a very difficult customer like Nadia, if she's in your restaurant and she doesn't like the food, how you're going to turn that experience from negative to positive is part of your strategy. It's a must. You should always be ready for a customer like that. It might be a mystery shopper. It could be your competitor coming in to see how you're doing and how will you act on it. They might be in a learning curve. They might want to see how do you take that negative journey into a positive journey, because they don't know how to deal with it. So it's very, very important to actually deal with negative issues as well, and not just on the focus of positive, because negativity does come in time to time and we all have to deal with it.
Absolutely. Now, Yafer Ali, same thing to you. So now, Amrit just mentioned about having mystery shoppers, and and somebody mentioned that you can go online and you can blog. It's something that's just come out quite recently, isn't it? I mean, in the last 5-6 years, I'd say. Do you think the catering industry has enough training in that?
I think there is a lacking of training our staff within the restaurant. We don't take very seriously sometimes that we need to train our staff once a month to sit down with them, taking opinion from them, how to run the business, sharing your opinion with them. One of them could have a better ideas than myself. You should to take that on board and use that if it is a better idea than any boss, I would say. And taking some rough customer into your place, how do you handle them is very important. There is no such a things in the catering dictionary. No to the customer is always yes. So handling a rough customer, you need expertise, comms. Somebody could be intentionally doing this. You never know. But if you can do it properly, satisfies him, he would come back again and he will advertise freely for you. Can I add something else onto that?
Yes, quickly.
To the young restaurant and owner, they have done a great job. Lovely presentation, especially Bailey was done, Tafajul has done really good. Of course, others as well. Very good. But could I ask one thing to you? There was a time in early 80s, late 70s that Bangladeshi Indian restaurants were competing with another cuisine, Chinese. Now we are in a different market. Somebody else is coming up.
Yeah.
Turkish restaurants are coming.
And it's just about competing with them.
Are we prepared? Are we taking initiative? Are we taking it into the consideration that we have to compete with them? It's just a change of recipe. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bear in mind to do that. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. We are running out of time. Thank you very, very much on that. We are running out of time, and it is time for me to give the results. Are you guys ready? You've done so, so well. So I just want to congratulate you. Honestly, we've been, this is the 7th episode, and I have to say for me personally, this has been a really good episode, and you guys have really nailed it. So well done. And I have the results right here. And the winners going through to March 2018 Business Expo, we have Rana Takeaway. Congratulations. With 70% of the votes, the highest vote. In second place, we have Bayleaf Restaurant with 55%. Congratulations. We are having to say goodbye to Lalbagh, Mithun Chowdhury. Well done for coming this far. And honestly, the last bit is where you really put your passion in. I wish you had shown that passion throughout, but well done. Congratulations for coming this far. And last but not least, with 30%, I have the Mogul. I have Mr. Nurul Hussain Qadir, who didn't make it through, but well done again for coming this far. If I could ask the winners to come forward and just say a quick few words. So I'll ask Bayleaf.
Well, basically...
quick few words.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I had the pleasure of sharing my ideas. And I'm here to share how I do things in Bayleaf, at Bayleaf with in my organization. And believe me, I didn't came here to win. It's nice just to win. But if I have shared my ideas, and if one person can benefit from it, I've done my job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. I just want to congratulate everyone else. I think everyone else was a winner. I think they worked really, really hard, and I have taken a lot of views from this episode today, this evening. So, and also, as I said to the producer before I came, I'm here to enjoy myself and share
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to our winners today.
Yep.
Honestly, you've done absolutely amazing. You should be really, really proud of yourself. That's it. We have come to the end of today's episode. Season 2 continues, and we will be back on the 19th of September right here on Channel S 814 with PR and Marketing, which is episode 8. So make sure you join us. And in the meantime, don't forget, you can find out more about the Catering Circle. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat on the Catering Circle. I was Nadia Ali, your host for this evening. It's been a great pleasure being here today. And here's a list of the schedules coming up. Take care. Have a good evening.